it happened so quickly. I live here, and it was like I blinked my eyes. It was like, where did that come from? You know, where did this little Detroit opportunity come from? There is a pop-up shop. Where did that come from? Custom suits and shirts. It's actually a wonderful transformation. But in about 15 or 20 minutes, you won't see any of it. This is the northeast side of Detroit.
Developing overnight, a new era has dawned in Detroit, the city after bankruptcy.
It's official. Detroit is now the largest city in U.S. history to declare bankruptcy.
Good morning. Hi, Lavelle, sweetheart. Tuck your shirt in, baby. How you doing today? Good? All right, good to see you at school today.
Good morning, Denby family. It is Thursday, December 12th, 2013. Remember, December 18th, next Wednesday, is a holiday concert at Denby.
I describe Denby itself as a home. It's like a home away from home, because outside of these walls, outside of this building, it's kind of sketchy. I'll pick up kids and, bring them on to school, and I'm driving through the neighborhood that they walk. And I said, baby, guess what? Miss Blanding's not letting you walk to school anymore.
I was reading in the paper, bankruptcy kids, the generation of bankruptcy. Well, it is not about turning these kids into victims. I'm inspired by these kids every single day because I see how hard they have to work.
Pretty much a good kid, just trying to make it, You just gotta be a thinking man out here.
I don't want to be another statistic.
Sometimes you have to bump your head to get back up.
Nobody knows when Detroit's gonna get better.
I work at White Castle, and I work really good, I'm told. I work like I've been working for a long time. But before I clock in, I'm about to go smoke the rest of my blunt. My understanding with them old heads trying to preach to us, if we want to make it better, we got to change that, we got to be better and all this, that. But I know that our generation, not the first generation y'all told that to.
My impressions of Tamandre and what I do know of him is he's a very smart, very thoughtful young man. He's thinking constantly about the world around him, and he processes everything that you're saying and tries to put it in a way that he can use to his benefit.
Being success, when I vision success or see myself being successful, I don't see myself being here in this city. I like teeth. That's my passion. I would really want to be a dentist, but I was really reckless. I tried to change, still got in trouble with the law.
I could see Tamandre graduating college. I could also see Tamandre lost on the streets to the point where I don't see or hear from him ever again.
I got put out of my mother's house. The last 3 months, I was not living at home. And then I had an angel come in and save me.
So he came and moved in with us, and sometimes that's all they need. A voice to hear that it's gonna be okay, or I'll be on my way, or what you need, baby,
Took me to school every day. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have graduated.
Fitz.
About a year and a half ago, I did see myself here.
Roll call, all feet to the second line, hands at your back and side.
I'm not college ready. So I took this path, chose to come get a trade and plant trees. I planted a tree, man. I planted like 4 or 5 of them in one day. I get a lot of experiences out here that I don't feel like I would have had back home. Cause we still working on street lights. I don't need to be at home right now because I needed to be out of my element to elevate myself to different platforms.
Spent a lot of effort cleaning that whole thing. When really, all you have to do is just clean where you're going to be putting the fitting.
My instructor, Mr. Centerfield, knows when to put his foot down and put his foot in your butt, and I appreciate him just taking the time to explain it to me. And it seems like I'm doing good. If I keep listening, stay focused, keep my head high, I'll be on my way.
When I run in the 800, the first 400 is just the windbreaker of your life. And then the last 400 meters, it's like that's the fight and you can't give up. Track, it teaches me how to be a man. My name is Hakeem Weatherspoon. I'm the Vice President of the Mentors, Vice President of the National Honor Society, Captain of the track team, Captain of the cross country team. I play tennis and basketball.
Hakeem has ambitions, he has dreams, he wants to be successful, he wants to go to college, he wants to be a lawyer. It changes with Hakeem because he always just wants to be something.
I have a comment and a question.
I know Hakeem is very close with his father. You show me a good student, I'll show you parents behind him that are supportive.
I want to become a journalist, and after I become a journalist, I want to come back to my city to stop the brain drain and rebuild something new.
A year and a half ago, I did expect to be here. I ended up getting a scholarship letter saying I got full ride scholarship to MSU. Now I'm here, enjoying the life of an MSU Spartan. Walking on this campus, it was just so crazy. Whole culture shock. I don't see people throwing trash on the ground. The grass is always cut. I'm like, wow, landscaping is a son of a gun up here. They take this serious. I remember one time a bus was like maybe 5 minutes late. A person was complaining. I'm like, man, if you only was raised in Detroit, you'll be waiting an hour. My father taught me a crossover. You know, when you're with your friends, you talk like you're with your friends. When you're in a professional setting, you talk like you're in a professional setting. One thing that I'm excited about is I have a chance to get a regular internship in the city, but I already have an internship in Grand Rapids.
You know, when I'm talking articulate, people wouldn't realize where I'm from. So it's like, I feel like that's like my cloak, my invisible cloak, you know, that's not who I am. I went home for Thanksgiving, you know, when I went back, I see police officers flying up my street. I'm like, well, I'm not used to seeing this no more. My uncles told me, don't come back, ain't nothing here. But I wanna go back to the city. That's my dream, that's what I'm gonna do. There are a lot of people that's trying to make a change in the city, so why can't I?
Oh, here's DJ when he was in November the 3rd, 2005. He was in the 6th grade. I don't know. Just doesn't seem right. No, I know it's not right. He had been DJ's stepdad for less than 2 years. He was a Dayton police officer, and then he shot my daughter. He shot her in her head and blew her brains out. The law held him unaccountable, and they let him go. His mother, she was taken, And he felt like he should have been protecting her. He went to Michigan to stay with his dad. And for him to find an oasis in Detroit, Michigan, it's unreal.
You should be in your classroom. So those people at the street standing in the hallway, talking and mulling about, get to your classrooms immediately. Security guards clear the hallway and then monitor.
Let's move right here. Ready? You got a queen here, and you got a bishop here, right?
After my mom passed, everything went downward spiral. Everything just collapsed. My life went into hell. But now I'm trying to get back to heaven, you feel me? Just trying to come back up. I'm trying to do what my mom would see best for me.
Demetrius Smith is a wonderful, wonderful child. Bless his soul. He just came in bubbly.
I'm an outsider. I'm from Dayton. That's why little Dayton is called the Little D. Y'all are in bankruptcy. We're on the verge of bankruptcy. I mean, here we go there. I'm new to the state, so it's like this is my first year here. So it's like I like the school because it helped me get into college. The school is helping me out a lot. I love the school, so I done failed too many times to keep falling. It's time to rise again. A year and a half ago, I knew that what might happen, but I didn't think it would happen so fast, so soon. I came back to Dayton at Christmas break. 2 weeks later, I got locked up. There was a warrant out for my arrest. Basically, leaving the state of Ohio while under probation.
I was DJ when he was a baby. Look how fat he was. That's his mother. When she was 16. He just wasn't the same. He withdrew into himself. He wouldn't even talk to me.
My mom made sure that I always had what I needed. And after she was gone, it was just like, I was exiled, basically. I felt like Napoleon. My granny, after that, didn't know how to really respond to me. She thought our little DJ would be able to come home and express himself, get anything off his chest. Nah, I didn't do that. Everything I had under a shield from then on.
Later, like a year later, he was getting beat up by these boys at school.
Started smoking at a very young age. Nobody knew about it.
And I kind of put it together that because he didn't have anybody to back him up, that he joined the gang.
Because I have a warrant back at home, I ran from Dayton to go to high school. Finish high school. That was the goal the whole time. So I could have continued down a good path instead of coming home just to go to prison. Got my GED July 10th, 2014. I get out December 23rd, so I really can't be mad. I mean, I'm not in here for life. I'm going home. I'm going to college. My granny's gonna be happy. I get to live around my nieces and nephews. My mom would not have died for nothing.
Participate in making the city of Detroit a better place to be. 97 days. That's all you have left as high school students.
I love school, honestly, I really do. Education is so important to me. It's like food, air, water. It's important. I wanted to go for social work because I love people and I love kids, and it hurts me to see if kids are being abused, and I want to be something. I don't want to just live in Detroit. I'm sure there's some way you can go without being scared or nervous and just looking behind your back all the time. One time I was walking down the street and some man, he was like, "You want to get in my car? I'll take you somewhere." I'm like, "What?"
Let's be clear, an abandoned home does not mean an empty home. An abandoned home means nobody's living in it, but it doesn't mean it's empty. There are squatters, there are drug dealers. You can't ask a 16-year-old girl to walk past 3 crack houses to come and listen to me talk about Beowulf for an hour.
And they're going to talk to you about this.
Any day I miss school, I am so mad because I just like being a teenager. Some people, they 17 thinking they're 21. Like, I don't want to grow up so fast. I just want to stay 17, young as I can, because it's fun. And when it's time to take care of responsibility, then I will. A year and a half ago, I probably would expect to live out of Detroit. The day I gave birth was May 12th. I feel like it was a setback because I couldn't graduate in June. So I told myself, you're going to graduate in August. I set that goal, and exactly what happened. I was so happy. And I plan on starting school in the winter semester for criminal justice, like forensic science, yes.
You about to have a birthday. Go, Grandma. It's your birthday.
So I got a job. People used to come in there, grab stuff, and run out. It didn't happen once. It didn't happen twice. It happened 7 times. You got a lot to say. You got a lot to say. I have to get out this environment. Like, people have stolen guns in the house and they're not supposed to have it. People just go up the street and just shoot for nothing. I cannot stay in Detroit, Michigan and lose my son to the streets.
People like me around here. Kind of popular. My name is Shakur Cruel. My name means thankful to God. I see myself in the future in college. I want to go to Michigan State because I heard they have the best veterinary program. I want to be a vet. I absolutely didn't see myself being here. I thought I would be locked away somewhere in a boys' home still. When I was born, my mother gave me up into the system. I was moved from boys' home to boys' home all over the state of Michigan. I had a lot of anger in me. Felt like no one was there for me. Not a lot of hope. Older kids like myself in their teens, people, they don't want us.
Shakur Cruel, love that little boy. He calls me Ma, whether I wanted to or not. But he's such a bright kid, very focused. He does have some anger management issues that he is working out, and the best thing for him is to take his aggressions out in boxing.
Doing MMA and boxing and kickboxing and stuff draws a lot of kids that are out of the system. It gives you a place to feel welcome. We're family.
Look at the camera, please.
Fighting out of the blue corner, give it up for Chinatown.
A year and a half ago, I really didn't expect to be anywhere near where I'm at right now. To be able to come back and tell the other guys that are in the program now that I made it out of the system.
Oh, it's open.
Yeah, this is it. I used to be in here less than 2 years ago. At one point, I felt like I didn't have a future. At one point, when I was in the system, I felt like I didn't know if I was gonna be dead or in jail when I got out. I knew I didn't want to go straight to college. I knew that. I'm like, I want to take some time off of school and stuff, and, get a job, have some money in my pocket so I can buy me a car and stuff. I have to take the bus, and I have to walk a couple miles to get to the bus stop. The area that I have to walk through is the red zone. Zip code 48205, and anything can happen, people get shot and stuff. But I was never the type to have fear.
I'm running my own company right now. Next level protection. Bodyguard and personal protection, special events, weddings, parties, and everything like that. You just gotta get your stuff legit, man. When y'all get out of here, get your birth certificate, get your social security card, and go apply for a job. Because the way things looking now, for us, our skin tone, y'all know what's up. Y'all watch the news, right? They out here laying us out, right? They ain't worth it. One thing I can say as a proud kid that came up in this neighborhood and came out the system, and as a black man, is I made it. And everybody in this room can make it.